Aaron Littzi is with us. We're talking Wyoming Seminary soccer here on the Mendola Show. And Aaron, let's talk about this year. A lot of success so far for the Blue Knights, and playoffs will be around in a couple of weeks. So what's going well so far this year?
So this year we're 9 wins, 1 loss, and 1 tie. We're having a really positive season, and we have 3 games left. And if we could finish out the next 3 games, we will finish the top of the Wyoming Valley Conference Division II this year.
Let's talk about offensively. Who are the guys that make this team go?
Offensively, we have Edge Miller and Reggie Grayek in our center mid. They control our midfield, and we have Jared Weissenberg on the outside mid and Luke Johns up top. And they're our main offensive weapons this year.
How about over on the defensive side? Do you have some experience there?
Yes, we do. We have a very strong defensive core. We've only given up 5 goals this season so far. And we have Ryan Anderson in goal, Will Ziegler, Nico Simons, Colin Sung, Cooper Wood, and Santi De Los Rios.
Let's talk about some of the competition in the upper echelon of the Wyoming Valley Conference. What's it been like with some of those teams?
Seems like the conference is really competitive this year. I mean, Lehman's got a great team. Myers, Wyoming area, played them last night. They moved the ball really well. They play hard, and they're a very good team as well. So the competition is really, really tough this year.
When districts comes around, the Lackawanna Conference teams will be in play. You keep an eye on that every so often just to kind of peek to see who's doing well up there?
Sure, yeah. I'm keeping a close eye on the Lackawanna League. Scranton Prep's on top there this year, and I see Lakeland's very competitive, so I'm going to have to get up there and see some of their games soon.
I happened to talk to Scranton Prep in the middle of the week. I'm talking to the Lakeland boys soccer team today, so yes, you're correct. It's fun to see all these teams kind of go after it, and at some point it's going to be a 1-goal game, whether it's a district playoff game or a state playoff game. You're going to get into some really fierce, intense soccer. What could be the difference maker this year for you guys? Do you feel like it's the competitive spirit, it's the positive attitudes, it's the right positioning, it's the growth during the year?
Well, I feel like we just have some really smart, hardworking kids on the team, and I think that's going to be the difference. We possess the ball well, we play hard defense, and I think really not giving up a lot of goals this year and playing a strong defensive formation will be the difference for us this year.
For you, talk about the fun you're having as the head coach this year at Wyoming Seminary.
It's an honor to be at Wyoming Seminary and having a great time. The kids are fun to be around. We work hard every day, and it's just a great experience for me this year.
Plus, they threw in that free coat, right?
Yep. Can't go wrong with that.
All right, Coach. Great to see you, and congratulations on a nice run, and I hope it continues.
Nice to see you as well. Thank you very much.
Edge Miller with us here on the Mendola Show. Edge, senior year.
Yeah.
Time flies by. Talk about how your soccer year is going for you.
This year is really good so far. I mean, we got an upset loss a couple days ago, but we're still looking to work hard, still looking to win the districts and the conference this year. Look to make a good run in states as well. Everyone on the team is really working hard, and we all want the same goal, so it's going to be good.
Let's talk about the competition in the Wyoming Valley Conference. In particular, your coach mentioned 3 teams, a Wyoming area, a Myers, and a Lake Lehman. Some skilled teams that'll go hard. You guys match up very evenly with them, and that's why you guys have a 9-1-1 record. So talk about how intense some of those games have been.
Yeah, Wyoming area dropping down from the higher division, I think made our division better because their work ethic is insane. They go 100% the whole game, don't really get tired, and just work like dogs. Lehman and Myers are the same. They're always going to work. Every team wants to win. We all want to beat each other. It's just all-out battles every time we play each other. So,
what is it about this year's team that, in particular, Coach mentioned, defense? You got a lot of guys back there, and they seem to not be letting up many goals. And then you have guys like you that can finish things off over on the offensive end.
Yeah, our defense this year is pretty much the same as last year, but this year, obviously, they're all seniors. They all want to win. So their work ethic has gone up a lot, and communication-wise, they've all become better friends and stuff like that. So honestly, the bond back there is so solid that it's just hard to get through them all because they're always going to back each other up and finish the play when it's needed.
Let's talk about a couple of favorite subjects you have at Wyoming Seminary.
My favorite subject right now is probably STEM electronics with the teacher's actually our old coach, Rev, and the other one's American Presidents, taught by Mr. Harvey. Honestly, I just like both history, and this year is the first year I'm doing like a STEM elective, so I chose the electronics circuits so I can further my knowledge on electronics and things like that, just in case for the future.
Talk about that relationship with your dad, and just having that bond and getting that support.
Yeah, my dad's always there to support me. My mom is too, but my dad just knows what type of level I have to work on and play on, because being an ex-pro boxer, he knows the work ethic you have to put in, what it takes to become a good player, and things like that. It's just the small things that he could help with. He's always there.
Well, you have continued success out there on the field. Keep up the great work in the classroom, and great to see you, Edge.
Well, dude, good to see you. Thank you.
Ryan Anderson with us here on the John Mendola Show. We're talking Wyoming Seminary Blue Knight soccer. And, Ryan, you got a tough gig. It's in goal, but Coach mentioned you're pretty darn good back there. You're athletic. Talk a little bit about that skill set you have in goal.
So a lot of it just helps I'm a lot longer of an athlete. So I'm able to cover a lot of the corners in the goal. And then I've worked on a lot of my footwork in the summer. So as long as I can push off quick, cut to a corner, that definitely helps a lot.
How about the fun you're having? Talk about the bond you guys have as a team.
I'm having a lot of fun. I love these guys. Every practice is a lot of fun. Every game is intense. We love to compete, and we love to see wins, and we want to get a good result at the end of the year.
Football, basketball, lacrosse, you're involved with a little bit of everything. So tell us what you like and why you play them and why. I'm sorry, let me try that over. Let's talk about football, basketball, and lacrosse, three other sports you're involved with.
So football, I started last year. I started with punting last year, but this year I am doing receiver. I'm doing punting, so I'm doing a little all-around stuff. I just like playing with my dad. It's a lot of fun. And then basketball, I played most of my life and picking it back up this year. So I'm really excited about that. And then lacrosse is definitely my favorite, playing in college. So I'm definitely looking forward to that.
Talk about getting involved in lacrosse. How old were you when you first started? And this area has been a little behind in lacrosse, but it's got to grow, and again, another decade in, we'll start to see that movement. But guys that get real serious about it, or young ladies for that matter, they can compete and maybe take their game to that college level.
Well, I started playing when I was in 4th grade. I've loved it ever since, played every year, played summer every year. I've just tried to stay as involved as I can, improve my skill set so I can be look better in the eyes of college coaches.
Your sister Lauren really has accomplished some stuff here early. Yeah. She's 19 years old. Talk a little bit about what she's doing.
Well, my sister's at the Naval Academy right now. She worked really hard to get there. She's had a lot of injuries, but she pushed through and got to her dreams.
Anatomy, biology, a couple subjects you like. You're doing real well in the classroom. Let's talk about the future for you academically. What do you hope to do and find a career path?
Well, right now I'm going to attend Arcadia and do their PA program, and hopefully follow in the footsteps of my mom, who's also a physician assistant. So looking forward to that.
And lacrosse is going to be at that next level as well, huh?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's talk about the relationship you have with your dad. He has a presence about him. He just seems everything's kind of lined up the right way. Very organized, very authoritative, but at the same time very caring. He seems like the perfect dad. So tell us a little bit about your relationship.
So my dad's always been there for me. He's always guided me in the right steps, but he's always let me choose my decisions and then just guide me based off of that. He's helped me in every sport, make sure I was always working hard in the classroom, most importantly, and then on the field to make sure that I was definitely improving and making myself available for coaches and getting myself into better schools once I got older.
Ryan Anderson, thank you for your story and continued success. Good luck at Arcadia.
Thank you, sir.
Will Ziegler is with us here on the John Mendola Show at McCarthy Tire Service senior year. Let's talk about the soccer field for you, what the experience has been like this season.
It's been a great season so far. We're doing good. We have 1 loss and 1 tie, and the rest are all wins. So we're having a great year. We're looking to make a good run in the district tournament.
What's Coach Littzi expect of you in your position center back?
He wants to get a shutout pretty much every game, and we've done that most of the time. So I think we're doing pretty well back on the defensive end.
Nice when you have a goalie that's athletic and pretty darn tough. Talk about Ryan and what he does back there.
Ryan he's great. He's a leader for our defense, and he does a great job of keeping the ball out of the net.
You're a busy fella. Your family is very busy. So let's first talk about you. Football, hockey, tennis. You're involved in a bunch of stuff. So what's it like to do all those sports?
It's a lot for the most part, but football, that's really fun. I'm just a kicker for the football team. So that's a good time. And then hockey season is in the winter, and that's always fun, as well as tennis, which is in the spring. And we're doing pretty well for tennis as well.
Big family, 3 siblings. So talk about your relationship with them and what they're all up to. I'm sure they're involved in sports as well.
Oh yeah, my brother Ben, he's also on the soccer team. He's a freshman this year, so this is his first year at SEM, and he's loving it. And my sister Kat, she's into soccer as well. She goes to Crestwood still. She's going to be at SEM next year, I think. And then my sister Hannah also attends Crestwood. Very athletic, just all around. Very good.
Economics and forensics, a couple subjects you like at SEM. What are you thinking for the career track down the road?
Honestly, I'm not really sure yet. Still kind of undecided on what I'm going to study in college. But
How about as far as the school? Have you honed that in?
yeah, I want to go to Penn State. That's the number 1 choice.
All right. Well, that'll be awesome. And let's talk about your folks as role models and why they inspire you and why you look up to them.
My dad, he's just like, he has his motto, work hard, play hard. He always works hard, and then he likes to have a lot of fun too. My mom, she's always there for us, no matter what we do. She's always got our back.
All right, well, keep up the good work. You're a busy fella, and we wish you the best. Hopefully Penn State University is where you'll find yourself. Reggie Grayick with us here from Wyoming Seminary. We're talking about the soccer team. And Reggie, let's talk about your take on this year's team. What do you feel that you're doing really well this year?
We're a great team. We have a lot of team chemistry. We love to win, and we all just have a goal of winning districts, and we're going to keep working hard at that.
How about the improvement area? What would you say either coach emphasizes or in your own mind what you think you need to improve on between now and playoff time?
Just our whole team needs to work hard, play with heart, because we're the top dogs in our league and everybody's coming to beat us. So we got to stay level-headed and not being on a win streak. We can't let that get to us. So we just have to stay level-headed and do what we have to do.
You're involved with a couple things at school, so talk about some other things you do when you're not playing sports.
Yeah, I'm in Hacky Sack Club with a bunch of the soccer kids and my friends, and we just go to a little area on campus after school, and we just kick around a hacky sack for fun. And then business club, something I also do, which I enjoy.
Russian, one of your favorite subjects.
Yeah.
Got to meet the golf team and a bunch of those guys. Seem to enjoy the subject as well. What'd you learn in that class that kind of, really hit you? It's like, oh, it's pretty neat.
It's just the teacher. He makes it so fun. Like the material we're learning, he just connects everything into real world. He likes to talk about politics too. We get off topic sometimes in class, but it's just great.
There are some real political things, I guess, to go after. Let's talk about a role model in your life. Who do you look up to?
My grandfather's my role model. He just worked hard his whole life. He's a lawyer now in New Jersey, and he came from nothing, and then now being a lawyer is just really special to me that he works so hard.
Junior year, so you got some time to think about college. You have a thought yet, whether it's close to home, far away?
No, I'm definitely going to want to go far away, but I have some options, but I'm not really looking too hard yet.
All right, Reggie, well, we wish you the best. Thanks for sharing your personal story. Go get them.
Thank you.
Jared Weisenberger is with us from Wyoming Seminary, continuing the conversation about the very successful Blue Knights year. It's 9-1-1, the record right now. Of course, the playoffs are coming up in a couple of weeks. And Jared, for you, let's talk about your position, right midfield. Expectations for coach says every day you get out there, this is what I want you to do. What is it?
It's a lot of running up and down the sideline. It's a lot of getting up the field, as well as dropping back on defense a lot when we need a lot of help back there. A lot of the teams have fast players, and I like to think that I can keep pace with them, and just a lot of running up and down the line, as well as passing through the midfield and getting up and back.
You guys have the ability to do what when you're out there on the soccer field? Is it stop other teams that have a high-powered offense Is it ability to put one more in than the other team? What would you say that little edge that you have, other than your teammate Edge Miller?
I think we're a really well-rounded team, actually. I'd say we have the best defense in the league, that we are able to shut down a lot of strong offenses in this league. But I would also say that we do have a strong forward, and in the midfield, we're very well-rounded. And I'd say our key point is defense, though.
Ice hockey and tennis, two other sports. How serious are you in those areas?
Not very serious. It's more been a fun thing I've done all my life, and it's just things I love to do other than soccer.
Business club, engineering club, tell us what you do in each of those. Anything interesting, any interesting trips?
Not really, just two things I'm very interested in, possibly looking into going into business in college and just expanding what I like to do in high school and getting a view of stuff like that.
Physics, a subject you enjoy, so talk about what you do in that class and how much thinking there is, because it's a high level course.
Yeah, it's a new class for me, and I honestly didn't think I was going to like it going into it, but once you started learning about it and how much really goes into your everyday life all around you, like basic things like gravity and stuff like that, all the math behind it just really interests me, and I thought it was really cool.
Talk about your dad as a role model, why you look up to him.
My dad played baseball and tennis all of his life, and he went to Penn State to play that, so he's always been there for athletic advice as well as just everyday advice, and he's come to all my games and always been there for me when I need something. So,
Jared Weisenberger from the Wyoming Seminary boys tennis team, we thank you for your time. Best of luck going forward.
Thank you.